It's time to welcome our first guest, Bill Shorten. Bill Shorten was born and raised in Melbourne and is a proud Victorian and Collingwood supporter. He joined the Labor Party when he was just 17 and became the federal member for Maribyrnong in 2007. He had two failed attempts at becoming Prime Minister in 2016 and 2019, but when Anthony Albanese won the federal election for the Labor in 2022, Bill Shorten was appointed the Minister for the National Disability Insurance Scheme. Please welcome Bill Shorten. Thanks so much for joining us, Bill. Hope you're feeling good.
Yeah, very good. It's a bit colder in Melbourne than up in Brisbane, but yeah, nice day, and it's great to be on your show. I feel very privileged and special.
Oh, that's great. So, Minister, can you share some of the key initiatives currently in place that support people with a disability in Australia?
Yeah, absolutely. About 1 in 6 Australians reports as having a disability. So it's a big group of Australians. And disability could be any of us at any time. So really, it's not just people with disability, it's all of us. So what we are doing is we're trying to fix up the NDIS, make it true to purpose. About 650,000 Australians are on the NDIS, they're participants. It's changing lives for the better, but it's not a consistent experience. And wherever I go in the street or whenever I pick up a phone or wherever I read an email, there's people saying, hey, the scheme's okay, but we need it to work better for me individually. So the NDIS is a big part of our focus. There's also rolling out Australia's disability strategy and responding to the Disability Royal Commission, which is gigantic. And there's plenty to be done with disability employment, building standards, transport standards. In fact, the longer I go on with this answer, I realise there is a lot going on.
Yeah, right. So can you share with us how these policies help to improve accessibility in communities and the workplaces?
Well, as I said, disability could be any of us. So when we improve accessibility for people with disability in workplaces, community, public transport, the school system, you name it, it actually benefits everybody. Specifically, I'm responsible for trying to sort out the NDIS. So that's for people with severe and profound impairment. It is changing lives, but we want to make sure that every dollar is actually getting through to the people for whom the scheme was designed. Having become the minister a couple of years ago, I discovered that there's a small proportion, but nonetheless it's real, of what I would call rent seekers, opportunists, people behaving unethically, who are ripping off people with disabilities by providing dodgy service provision. Most service providers good, but some see people with an NDIS package as a human ATM, and we want to. So that's where a fair bit of my personal focus is on. Also, making sure that the NDIS is a consistent experience, that it's fair to all, the decisions are clear, people feel they get a fair go.
Minister, with all the changes to be applied to service providers, I am just wondering, what impact will this have on the NDIS participants and people like me? Do you think these changes will make it more challenging for smaller service providers to survive?
No, I hope not, and I don't expect so. Choice and control is central to the scheme. I was one of the people that helped create the NDIS when I campaigned with people with disability back as far back as 15 years ago when it didn't exist. And choice and control was a central part of the value system. The aim is to give a package of money to a person and give them choice and control so they can have a fulfilling life. Problem in the scheme is that we've got about 87% of providers are unregistered and about 12.5% are registered. What that means is that we don't know what's going on with some of that 87% of the service providers. Many of them are very good, by the way, but we just don't know. And what we want to do is almost press the restart button on the service providers. Now, I understand that some people are not registered because it's too much red tape, it's too clunky, it's too slow, it measures the wrong thing. So that's fair enough. One of the tests for any new registration system or enrolment system has to be that you can still have individual service providers, sole traders, new startup, small family businesses. You know, we don't want to say one size fits all.
So thank you so much for your time, Minister, and for clarifying all this information for us. It's been quite enlightening, actually.
Well, time flies when you're having fun. Your questions were the right to what people are concerned about. Will I still be getting services? Will I still have control? But I'm keen to keep talking with you because your questions are reflecting what thousands of people are curious or worried about. So it's a good chance just to be accountable and talk straight down the barrel of the camera to yourselves on behalf of people with disability.
Oh,
So thank you, AbiliTV.
Yeah, well, we really appreciate you coming on the show. And is there a way that we might be able to tempt you to come on
Let's do it
and
again.
co-host?
If there wasn't, if you don't mind, if you hope, yeah, if my answers weren't too annoying, then that's good. Let's do it again.
Please thank Minister Bill Shorten.